At 56-bit resolution, the effects processing in the VS2480 sounds truly amazing. The system comes with 2 stereo FX processors, and you can add up to 3 VS8F2 cards for a total of 8 stereo or 16 mono FX. And these are no normal FX processors. The quality and depth of FXs found in the VS2480 are unrivaled by even standalone FX processors. In addition to world-class reverbs, delays, and choruses, the FX includes such creative tools as 19-band vocorders, lo-fi processors, models of analog tape delay, 3D RSS processing, multi-tap delays, phasers, voice transformers, multi-effect vocal processors, and lots more. And of course, the VS2480's COSM processing continues the tradition of VS recorders, adding 56-bit versions of Roland's world-renowned COSM guitar amp modeling, speaker modeling, and microphone modeling. For example, microphone modeling is a great way to enhance the sound of your microphones. And thanks to a partnership between AKG and Roland, you can use the AKG C3000B as your input source and model some of the industry's most popular microphones, including classic German large diaphragm condenser and vintage mics. Roland's COSM guitar processing is really incredible. By the way, this guitar track was recorded by plugging a guitar directly into the VS2480's Hi-Z guitar input. Compare the original with the part after it has been processed using a 56-bit COSM model. Here's how COSM speaker modeling lets you hear how your mix might sound on a small radio. This is a great tool for keeping your mixes on track. And of course, the VS2480 has a 56-bit version of Roland's renowned mastering toolkit. This multi-band expander and compressor with adjustable enhancer, look-ahead processing, and soft clip limiting can help your final mixes sound their best. Remember, you can mix all 24 inputs, 24 tracks, and FX processors to 2 stereo master tracks. And having the VS2480's powerful mastering toolkit on board is very important for professionally finalizing your mixes. The VS2480 CD with its built-in CD burner, or the VS2480 HD with the optional VS CDR2, can then burn Redbook CDs, including track or disc-at-once models. You can also use the CD burner to archive your projects, including all of your V-tracks, mixer automation, FX settings, even your 999 levels of undo. When you reload your project, your music will be just the way you left it, so you'll be ready to go back to work right away. One of the big breakthroughs of the VS2480 is the combination of such incredibly powerful specs with a very easy-to-use interface. Based on lots of dedicated buttons, V-knobs, motorized faders, and an intuitive mouse-based design, the VS2480 makes editing and mixing easier and faster than any system in the world. The mixer's V-knobs can be used to quickly pan channels or for editing any channel's EQ or dynamics in real time. They can also be used for changing aux levels. In addition, there's an optional VE7000 channel edit controller complete with knobs for channel functions and even a joystick for fast surround positioning. Dedicated buttons make editing and parameter accessing very simple. Just see how easy it is to cut out a word or breath using dedicated editing buttons. Just enter the in point, out point, select the track and editing function, and you're done. It's that easy.
I'm thinking you're guessing I'm a priestess. Do you think that I'm the supernatural?
And of course, the mouse-based user interface makes navigating the system really easy. Using the mouse, you can access any of the system's functions, or any channel edit area and change the EQ or dynamics. Or how about editing? Using the mouse, you can zoom into detailed waveform editing, scrub or preview your edit points, and delete, move, or copy your audio easily just by dragging phrases or regions. It doesn't get any easier than this. And the VGA Output's great-looking screens make viewing your mixer settings and audio levels really convenient. On this screen, you can see an overview of your channels, including phase, fader grouping, EQ, dynamics, bus routing, and more. Check out the channel view screen. And of course, the patch bay lets you see all your input and output selections as well as your FX patches and routing easily and quickly. The VS2480's comprehensive editing is rivaled by no other system. You've already seen how easy it is to zoom into your audio and set your edit points, or just drag a phrase to move or copy it. There are also other powerful tools like normalizing your audio's levels, stripping the silence from phrases using thresholds, time compression and expansion, and lots more. You can name your tracks and phrases using an optional ASCII keyboard. Bring in a new phrase from a list of your recorded takes. Of course, all this comes with Roland's 999 levels of undo that are not only time and date stamped, but also labeled with the actual edits performed. And of course, your undos remain with your project even after you've backed it up to CD. The VS2480 brings a whole new level of creativity to your work with its phrase pad playback and sequencing features. Check out how fast and easy you can assemble a song using the pads.
Don't stop, can't quit it. I gotta hit it, so smart things with it. I gotta leave that love Jones, I know.
Any track can be turned into a real-time phrase pad, allowing you to lay down tracks manually or sequence them with step or real-time modes. And since these pads are playing back from disk, you can actually have a pad phrase that lasts 24 hours. You can even import .wav files directly into the VS2480 CD for use on tracks or with the phrase pads. It's features like pad playback that can really enhance your creativity. For a limited time, the VS2480 comes with a free CD-ROM of 24-bit .wav loops from Discrete Drums. Considered the most usable, flexible, customizable drum library ever, the Discrete Drums disc contains 7 performances of professionally recorded multi-track drum and percussion loops in a variety of styles and tempos. Use the Discrete Drums CD and the 2480's phrase sequencer to create your own custom drum tracks. After importing the files into your song, use the phrase sequencer to assemble the loops in the order you want them to play, and the 2480 does all the work. Put together professionally recorded stereo drum tracks in just seconds. Rather have the power and flexibility of multi-track drums? Use the multi-track files on the Discrete Drums .wav CD along with the VS's Region Arrange Edit mode to instantly build full-length custom drum tracks with the freedom to mix the snare, bass, and other drum mics the way you want them to sound for your music. The VS2480 rounds out its spec with all of the features needed by a professional, including SMPTE, word clock, and even a real-time analyzer complete with an oscillator and noise generator for ringing out your room, creating test tones, and for calibration. With an unrivaled feature set including a 64-channel automated mixer, incredible sound quality based on 56-bit internal processing, 24 tracks of audio, pad playback and sequencing, up to 8 stereo world-class FX processors, an incredibly fast and easy user interface. Optional CD burner for use with VS2480 HD. And dedicated processors and operating system designed for speed and reliability. You can see why Roland's VS2480 is the ultimate digital production system.